It's a lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Outside the snow is falling
And friends are calling you who?
ding a ding a ding a ding dong ding. Oh, my
Ding,
shit
ding,
is...
ding dong ding.
Wait.
That's some fucked up shit right there.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Cellar podcast. We're your hosts Sam Marie
And Gia Angelina.
and Q Dog. Q Dog in the studio. Wait, that's hilarious that there's an ad playing right now. Gia put a YouTube ambiance on of the fireplace crackling, but there's an ad for a movie, TV show.
What this is.
Nicole Kidman. I'm not sure who that man is.
I have a strawberry vanilla lollipop today in the studio.
And I have a raspberry rose poppy. Getting back to our roots here.
Facts. Oh. I felt that in my chest. That was good. Oh my gosh.
Well, that was so yummy. It's so cold. The drink.
It's cold outside too, though. Let's set
yeah.
the scenery. It's like, what's my
Winter.
best? It's 25 degrees outside. It's been snowing actually recently. There's snow on the ground. Cold AF. I got a blanket right now. Sammy got a blanket right now. Hoodies, pants, insulated socks, heaters.
Yeah. But it's actually bearable to be in here now that it's cold enough. It's cold enough outside to make it bearable in the studio now.
When it was warm outside, the studio used to be miserable, and not like 10 times out of 10, Sammy and I would have to figure out how to fix something before we could record.
Yeah.
So we're always up and moving around. So by the time we actually sit down and put the headphones on, it's just we're
overstimulated
drenched.
and sweaty.
Yeah. Now I stink and we gotta sit here for an hour and a half.
Yeah. And then, like, I remember the first ever time that we came in to record with Jub and Cooley, and
I was sweating.
dude, when I sat up off of the couch, I knew my back was wet. I was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah, I do
guys,
remember that.
nobody look at me.
Can't believe they like dealt with that though. New studio coming though, 2025.
2025.
New setup. Hopefully the Cellar girls will have their own little space. 2025 I think is going to be great for us. We have blind bags to open today. Should we open them?
Yeah.
Okay. They're Mean Girls.
This podcast is actually sponsored by Stacey Campbell.
Stacey Campbell is a registered nurse, director of nursing of a nursing home. She's for the girls, by the girls.
Heck yeah.
This episode of the Cellar podcast is brought to you by Stacey Campbell. Thank you, Stacey.
Thanks. Love ya.
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay, wait. Did you look already? Did you look?
Yeah. What's your guess?
Wait, for what you got?
What's your guess for what you got?
What's my guess for what I got? I'm thinking I got one of the Santas. Maybe. Who do I think? What are their names?
Oh my gosh. I just saw who I got. You'll be blown.
If I got one of the Santas, I'm hoping for Regina.
Okay. Open yours up, because... Oh, let's go!
Katie? No, this can't be
Gretchen?
Katie. Oh, this is Gretchen, yeah.
Take a guess who I got.
Wait, you
Just by
seem
the
not
tone,
happy
just
by
by
it.
voice.
So maybe you got Katie for Halloween. Oh, I'm a mouse. Duh.
Karen for Halloween.
She got Karen.
I just was irritated because Sammy already got this one.
Oh, did you just hear that?
What?
Something just went out. Can you hear in your...
No. What's your sound like?
I can't hear anything.
Talk?
Hello?
I can still hear. You can't hear?
Oh, you can hear?
Yeah.
Oh. As long as you can hear, then...
But why can't you?
I don't know.
I'm getting scared. Oh, your plug right here. Push it in. Yep. There you go.
Ah, simple fix. Simple
Let's
fix.
go. Oh my gosh.
Dude, I felt like I went deaf for a second. It was crazy.
Sorry. Was this more? I took sign language, barely passed. I was begging for some redemption. Like, anyways, I got Karen as a mouse.
That's a good one, though.
Did you just choke?
A little bit. Dude, that really, like, my chest hurts a little bit. Like, with the headphones going out, all of a sudden, it really felt like I just lost all hearing.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you could see better?
Yeah, no, I feel like all of a sudden my head doesn't hurt.
It's actually really cool. Nice.
I still really want the She Doesn't Go Here,
that kind of looks like
though.
you. Yeah, I feel like the She Doesn't Even Go Here is probably the most iconic on here.
Absolutely. But I wouldn't be upset with Regina, too, but as the Santa.
You got Gretchen Wieners.
Yeah, I did.
All right. T-minus 3 days until Santa comes to town.
Oh, Santa's coming! Oh, I love Christmas!
Oh my gosh.
Listen, I didn't used to go this hard for Christmas, but being adopted into the Campbell household makes you look at Christmas different.
Really?
You guys do Christmas right.
How so?
It's just like your mom you can feel that she loves Christmas and so she's just getting excited. And it's like every day for like 4 weeks leading up to Christmas, your mom's like, I gotta go Christmas shopping. And she just keeps coming back with presents.
I know. And the funniest thing is, like, I absolutely love Christmas. Blessed, I think, you know what I mean? Anyways, but for like maybe 2-3 days up to a week after Christmas Day, she's still finding Christmas presents that she forgot about. So it's like Christmas for a week.
Yeah.
Because she stuffs them, like, she'll leave them in her car forever, or they'll get like under her seats and stuff.
Yeah.
But she puts them in her closet to hide them from us, and now they're under clothes. But yeah, it's
and then like
fun.
I know Christmas morning, like we're gonna be waking up decently early, and like I'm almost 27 years old, you know what I mean? But like we're gonna be up at like 8 or 9 at least. Like I don't feel like it's ever later than that we're starting.
But the worst thing about Christmas morning in the Campbell household, well, let's start with one of the best things. You wake up, chocolate chip pancakes, you know they're coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but your mom
pancakes.
waits to the end and she makes some without chocolate chips because both her and I don't like the chocolate chip pancakes.
That's okay. She let Trace on the freaking stove last year.
That was a mistake.
We were buying pancake mix and chocolate chips in Kroger today, and I was like, don't let Trace touch a single thing to like.
Don't do that to us again.
I can't believe that. They were all thin and burnt, and I was just like, there's one chocolate chip in this pancake.
Yeah, and I don't know if he made any separate ones for me and your mom.
I don't think he did either. I think he made like 4 or 5 chocolate chip pancakes, and then I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. Never again.
Yeah, so that's one of the best things of waking up on Christmas morning in my house is there's always going to be a good breakfast.
We're gonna be in PJs.
We have matching PJs this year.
That's so exciting.
Q Dog has
them too.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see him in this. He doesn't even know. One of the worst things about waking up on Christmas morning in my house is my dad takes forever to get up.
Your dad has his own,
and he does that shit on purpose. I swear.
Oh, definitely.
I swear, it's not even like
he
it's
knows
Christmas
we're all
morning.
sitting there like
rocking back and forth
on the couch.
I'm scratching my pulling my hair out, pulling my eyebrows out, like trying not to tweak out because he knows it's Christmas morning. And my mom's got this like rule where you gotta wait till everybody's awake and your dad has to be here to see you open the stockings.
Yeah.
And we have to open the stockings before we start opening presents. So
and then in their household, like everybody gets handed a gift and we like open one round all at the same time.
That way, like, nobody has to sit there and stare at you while you're opening presents. Everybody just open it once.
Yeah, but there's no coordination to like it's not like everybody for the first round is opening presents that I got them or like that Gia got everybody. It's just like you find one with their name on it and hand it to them.
I wonder, it's always different every year who's going to be the designated present grabber for everybody. It's usually whoever sits closest to the tree. I'm gonna strategically plan it. It's not gonna be me. I'm sorry.
You don't like to pass them out?
No, I think Brian did it one year just because like I like to just get comfy.
Yeah.
And then
I think Brian did it. Yeah, Brian was doing it last year, I think.
The best strategy in the Campbell house is to get comfortable with enough space that you can set your pile. You know what I mean? Because there's a bunch of us, and there's always going to be a bunch of us.
Yeah.
So you just need enough space for where you can sit your body, and then you can set your pile of presents.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
I can't wait. Oh my gosh.
And then we just don't do anything else except get Chinese food at night.
Yeah. Maybe go see a movie if they're
open. Yeah. That's a tradition, like, it's pretty steadfast for our family too, is like we're probably going to the movies on Christmas and Thanksgiving.
What's your favorite like Christmas present you've ever gotten?
The first Christmas present that always comes to mind is just when Brian got those 2 jerseys. And for anyone who doesn't know, our like the last childhood dogs we had, so childhood into adulthood, they were named after sports teams, so or like players from sports teams. So Neely was Cam Neely for the Bruins. So Brian got a Bruins jersey that says Neely on it. And then Gronk was Gronkowski from the Patriots. And so I have a Patriots jersey that says Gronkowski on it. And I just love those, like the sentiment.
Nice.
What's yours?
Probably most recently my camera that I got. I think it was last year.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I just gotten so much use out of that. But I remember one year as a little kid, my brothers were starting to get into shoes, and like the girls around me are starting to get into shoes, and I didn't really like make it known, but everybody around me had Jordans. You know what I mean? Just as a little kid, I'm peeping it. Christmas morning, we start opening up presents. I unwrap something. It's a Jordan box. I'm like, you got me Jordans? I look at my mom and she's like, huh? She just put some clothes in the Jordans. It was one of Brian's old shoe box. I was like,
oh my god. Oh
she
my
guessed,
god.
like we shouldn't even know. You know what I mean?
She didn't mean to.
No,
it
she
wasn't
didn't
even
mean
an
to.
intentional prank. Do you think she was hurt a little bit too?
She definitely was, knowing her as a mom. She
No,
was
like,
oh,
as me as a mom,
that.
like, I probably would cry later that night.
Never even mentioned it that I wanted Jordans.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, Jordans, ah!
Oh my gosh. I can't remember, like, I have such a bad memory, like, from childhood, but I think one year for Christmas, I think it was a Christmas gift, was my digital camera. Like, it just had, like, a little digital camera. I used the F out of that thing for years. So I really liked that. And then I had, like, a little boombox thing. Like, I don't know if I got that for Christmas, but I think I probably did. And then, like, the next year after I got my camera, they got me a printer to print all my pictures. Yeah, I was such a loser with some of the gifts. Like, who gets I was literally 8 years old. I got a printer.
Oh, it's a photo printer.
And then the next year, it all continued. Like, the next year, then I got, like, this big picture frame thing to put some pictures in. So it was, like, all connected, cohesive for, like, 10 years.
Nice.
Just all had to do with this freaking camera. But
that's great.
But I loved it.
Ever since I've known that, spoiler alert for anybody who's not above like 10. Okay, if you're not above like 10 years old, just stop listening. Ever since I know that Santa, was just not coming around as often, my mom's been having me wrap the presents like for everybody in the house.
Yeah.
And she does her best not to have me wrap my own, but like yesterday she handed me a present that was she got 3 of, right? It was for me, you, and Devin. Mm-hmm. And she was like, you already know that you got this, just wrap it.
Oh, was it the perfume?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I already knew we got that too.
Yeah.
The only one who doesn't know is maybe Devin.
Yeah. I forgot about it.
Really? I've made a joke like 2 different times about how we're going to smell so good after Christmas.
It was a different one though.
Oh.
Do you remember the Juicy?
Yeah.
Oh. It was that one.
Wait, so we got other ones other than that?
But we also smelled the individual ones. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The ones I'm remembering is she got 3 of the things that have the tasters. Like the mini ones. Yeah.
We are going to smell good.
Oh, gee.
I can't believe that. I'm the worst.
Wait, I'm still not spoiled though for what it is.
That's okay.
We're just getting more smelly good stuff.
Yeah.
Just don't know which it is. Oh, how did you find out Santa wasn't real?
Oh, so I can't remember how old I was, but I remember it was like me and Brian or someone, or me and Trey sitting in my mom's car. We're driving somewhere, and I'm sitting in the back seat. And real casual. It's like we just buckled our seatbelts. She's like, guys, don't look in the back seat. Your Christmas presents are back there. I'm like this. Oh, jaw dropped. I said,
Aren't
Mom.
they in Santa's sleigh?
I was like, wait a second. I was like, wait.
What do you mean?
I was blown. How'd you find out?
So is that what just like? Did you
That was
you were
it.
like? And she was like, "Yeah, he ain't real."
Yeah.
Like, and she didn't even try to like sugarcoat it.
Nope, that was it.
Okay. I was in first grade and I was sitting at lunch with one of my best friends in first grade. His name was Anthony. And I can't remember who else was sitting there, but we were talking about it. Probably one of my other friends, Micah. And we were sitting there talking about Christmas. And it came up somehow. And I was like, no, guys, Santa's real. And
Come on, guys.
He's coming to our houses. So, like, quit acting up. Like,
Right.
or you're going to get coal. All right.
Did you think you were actually going to get coal?
Like, if you were bad, for sure.
Yeah.
But I was a big rule follower, like, just, like,
Yeah.
out the womb.
I was just spoiled. I knew I wasn't getting no coal.
But I was like beefing about it, and I think, I don't know, maybe they just like let it go, or maybe I just let it go. I can't remember exactly. But then I went home, and my mom and I we were shopping for something, and we were walking down like the aisle, and I was like, Mom, is Santa real? She was like, well, what do you think? And I was like, I mean, what do you think?
Wait, because I'm thinking what you're thinking, but what are you thinking?
What are you thinking? Yeah. And then I don't know if she for sure confirmed it. And then I may have went and like asked my brother or something, and he was like, "No, that he ain't real."
Right. Growing up as the youngest, I think I subconsciously knew. You know what I mean? Like them kids around you are starting to say like, Santa's not real. Mm-hmm. You're weird for believing in it.
Yeah.
But that moment when your parent confirms it, it's just like, fuck.
God damn it.
They're right.
You were lying to me this whole
that.
time. Now, did you like, so, and this is weird for me. I didn't have the common sense to realize that, like, once you found out the Easter Bunny's not real, like, obviously Santa's not, or I think I found out Santa's not real first, but I still believed in the Easter Bunny.
Wait.
That don't make any sense.
They live in the same, like, timeline.
Yeah. But so when you found out Santa wasn't real, you were like, okay, the rest aren't real.
I just think, like,
because I have like separate experiences finding out that each one's not real.
I don't ever really remember like finding out the Easter Bunny wasn't real. Do you have a set memory? Just because,
yeah,
like,
I do.
My grandma used to make such a big deal about holidays because she would host all of them, and we would have these like Easter egg hunts, and my mom would always be like, I have to hide your Easter egg basket, like I have to hide your Easter baskets. So I don't really remember like finding out the Easter Bunny wasn't real. I always remember my mom, like, going to my mom for hints because I'm like, Mom, where is it? Where is it? I'm freaking out. One year it was like in the oven, you know what I mean? Like deep in my closet, like it's outside.
You're like, Mom, you gotta tell me. You gotta tell me.
I'd be the last one to find it,
Yeah.
and everybody else is already halfway through their baskets. I'm like, where is it?
I haven't gotten any yet. Mom, please.
What's your memory of finding out the Easter Bunny wasn't real?
One of our homes in Charlotte my parents had a really big closet, a master closet and so my brother and I used to, like, I don't know, bring our Nintendos in there and play in the closet for some reason.
Kids are weird because
so
what?
weird. Yeah, because now that I'm saying out loud, I'm like, that's weird. But one time we went in there and we found the Easter eggs, and
Wow.
I was like, Ryan, what is this? And he was like, oh man.
Did he know?
'Cause he's like 3 years older. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he knew. He saw it and he's sitting there grinning, waiting for you to see it.
Yeah. He's like kicking it actually.
Yeah. He's like, Sammy, let's go in
gotta
here.
figure it out.
Sammy, let's go in here.
Yeah. I got something to tell you.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think I went to one of the Christmases that Grandma D hosted.
Do you remember it?
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely loved her holidays because she would host birthdays too, and we would have like an absolute feast.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. It was when we were all little kids too, so like all my cousins on my dad's side were there, and we were all about the same age, just as little kids. And I remember one time for whatever holiday it was, like I just got a tablet, right? For I don't know, it wasn't like an iPad, it was just some like random tablet, and I pulled it out. Mistake. Don't ever do that shit at a family function, especially when you got younger cousins or younger siblings, or whatever.
Nico
if that shit's
and
yours,
Nolan's sticky fingers are like,
fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, this was my dad's side of the family, so they didn't even like.
Oh,
yeah. But we're over at my grandma's house. I pull it out, and my cousins are trying to take it off of me. I'm like, nah, bro, I just pulled this out. Like, it's mine. Let me play on it.
yeah.
Right? I just pulled this out. Let me fucking turn it on first. You know? My cousin goes to one of my aunties. She comes back in with a wooden spoon. I'm like, oh, fuck. Come on.
It's literally mine.
It's mine. Like, I'll share with y'all. Let me get one game in.
One game.
Like, y'all had literally 10 seconds. Like, you gave it 10 seconds.
When I had a Nintendo, I wasn't sharing that with anybody.
I knew I was going to get just like tore up if I wasn't gonna share, so I just put it back away. I was like, bro, I don't want y'all touching it. I'm putting it away.
That's probably why we used to play in the closet, because we were like, we are not sharing this once we open it.
Do better, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah
I'm up. What? Like,
sucks to suck.
Yeah, sucks to suck, I guess.
She's like 10 years old, like
yeah. There was times, were you ever playing with your cousins as kids? Like, I'd be playing with like my girl cousins, and we'd get so deep into whatever we were playing, and I'd have to be like, hold on, pause, are you being serious right now? Because why are you crying? I'd ask her. She was like, no, we're just playing. Because I'd be like, she would get mad at, like, say we were playing with like stuffed animals or something, or we were like, we were acting as something different, right? She would like get so into it and get so like mean or angry or sad or whatever. And I'd be like, wait, pause. Did you ever like pause or unpause?
Actress? No.
Yeah. No?
I don't think so. I don't know. Like, the only person I really played dolls or like any sort of like Polly Pockets with or anything like that was Shannon. And we would just play until like, I mean, we used to like beef when we were younger. So like if we got an argument, like we're just separating, you know, like we just gotta walk away.
Do you ever throw hands with your sibling?
Absolutely.
You guys were actually hitting each other?
Absolutely.
Were you swinging too? Like, who would swing first?
Absolutely.
Was any
we were in like high school.
So were they connecting?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, we were fighting.
That's hilarious. Me and Ronan used to go at it.
That's why, like, the other day, like, when we were in, like, you and Trace were kind of, like, rowdy, I guess. And your dad was, like, kind of yelling, I don't know if yelling's the right word, but, like, telling you guys to stop and, like, be nice and, like, not actually fight. I'm like, they're fighting? Because that's not what fighting looks like in my household.
Yeah, my parents did a really good job of not letting it get to the, like, where we were actually hurting each other.
Yeah.
Just because,
well, I mean, as they should.
Right. It was really just me and Trace. Like, Brian and Trace, I don't remember them fighting. I never fought with Devin, just because Devin was always busy.
Devin was too gross.
That's what I'm saying. Devin was 20 taking care of. No, Devin was like 16 taking care of us. Like, we knew better than to fuck with Devin. She had her shit going on.
I mean, we would one moment like be best friends, and then the next moment like just like
really like a blink.
A blink.
Nothing. They would just be like boo, and it would.
Well,
just be
I don't know. Somebody would say something that maybe wasn't intentional, and then Shannon would be like,
side eye talking, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, and then Shannon's like, you're fat, and like it would escalate so quick to something like that. Meanwhile, me and Shannon are both like the size of my pinky, and then that was like the deal breaker. Like if you said something like that, it's all bets are off.
So Shannon is Sammy's younger sister, but Sammy said that she used to take them, like drive them to school every day, and she said that Shannon would want to get to school early.
Yeah.
And Shannon would always like tweak out just a little bit because Sammy would wake up like 10 minutes before they had to leave, and she'd be ready every single time. She'd take like 5 minutes to get dressed, whatever, brush her teeth. One
hair
day,
bun.
Yeah.
Teeth brushed. I mean, I wasn't washing my face or anything in the morning. It was really hair was in a bun, teeth were brushed, uniform on, bagels in the toaster, peanut butter on the bagels in the car. That was it. I needed 10 minutes to do it.
But I guess one day Shannon was like, Sam, can we go to, like, I want to get there early for a... What was your reaction?
Oh, just absolutely not.
Yeah.
I was never waking up earlier than that 10 minutes. That's all I had to give. But also, like, I had track and stuff afterwards, and I was very serious about my homework and stuff. So, like, I was going to be up until 9 that night, and then I worked at movies too. So it was like, I needed to sleep in. So that was 10 minutes before that was it. But I was like, if I'm driving, we're leaving when I want to leave.
Yeah.
I'm in charge.
Yeah, I'm lucky if I even made it to school. There were so many times. There was one time, like, I didn't have my license until my junior year, just because I started school early, whatever. Trace was supposed to pick me up from high school one time. I get a text from Trace talking about, hey, somebody else is going to pick you up today. It's a white truck. I'm like, okay. I just need to get home, so
who does the white truck belong
I just need to get home, so I hear you, brother. Like, I'll be outside just tell me when to be outside, right?
Yeah.
I know the kid is one of Trace's friends. I get in the truck, and he takes me to McDonald's, and Trace is sitting at McDonald's. I'm like, bro, if you're sitting here, why the fuck couldn't you come pick me up? Like,
yeah, right?
But yeah, Trace was always just making us late, and nobody else in the house would really fight besides me and Trace.
Brian just has never, I feel like, really had much fight in him.
I don't really know what the switch flip and Trace was.
Yeah, because there's things too that, like, even as I've seen you guys, like, from an outside perspective, Brian will get blamed for something, or Brian will get, like, you know, like, you or your mom or Trace will be like, Brian doing this again, and I know for 100% fact he didn't do it, but Brian just will apologize,
he really just eats it
and
too.
move on, and he doesn't care.
And no, right, and he really just, he knows.
And in the back of my mind, I'm like, I should say something,
Yeah.
right? Like, I know he didn't do it, but like, he would be more upset if I said something about it. But I literally have seen it since like 15 years old. Like, he just eats it. He doesn't care. In school too, like, I specifically, there was this one time where a bunch of them were throwing grapes around, and I think it was Brian that didn't participate, or he didn't throw the last one or the first one, but he just took the blame because he knew he's like I'm Brian Campbell, like,
Right.
It doesn't matter, you know
Right.
what I mean?
Because at the end of the day, Brian's gonna have a pillow to lay his head on. You know what I mean?
Yep.
His family loves him, and that's all he cares about.
That's all he cares
Yeah.
about, truly.
Yeah, he could be broke living on the street, but as long as his family are right next to him, he doesn't care.
Yeah, in the football game, as long as he can go
as
see
long as he
that,
can
too.
watch it through the window, he doesn't
He
care.
does not care.
But yeah.
What a guy. We gotta stop gassing him up.
Oh, fuck, it's every episode.
Every episode. It's okay though, because he gasses us up equally as much.
I think so too.
Yeah. Hey, I also wanted to say this. I was looking at our statistics. We have a much larger male audience than female. Is that scary to know?
I hope like everybody who's listening knows, like, this is, hey, males, you're welcome. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
100%.
you're welcome to sit here and listen, but it's supposed to be like the female like POV.
It's like 80% men.
Nice.
So on YouTube anyways. I don't know how to check on Spotify. But I know how to check on YouTube. It's like 80% just dudes.
It's okay. Whatever, we'll get there one day.
Yeah.
I really do think 2025 is going to be great for us, Sam.
Oh yeah.
I think this was like our test run. We dipped our toes in the water, and now we know what we got to do.
Now we got some plans in mind.
Right.
But we'll talk a little bit more about our goals and such in the next podcast or vlog or something.
We wanted to talk about our Spotify Wrapped. We're a little late to the game because it's been out for like, I think, a week or 2 weeks
I
now.
wish they would wait though till like the very end
Of the year?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, I wish it was like really the end.
Yeah, because now somebody called it like the Spotify like dead zone or something like that we're in right now. It's like you can listen to like Deep Throat by Kesha, you know, or is that who sings that? For these last like 3 weeks, and it's not going to show up on anywhere.
I don't know what that song is. I've never listened to a song called Deep Throat before. Not once in my life.
Oh, it's Cupcake. It's not Kesha. It's this. You've never heard this?
I don't know yet.
You would know by the beginning.
Oh, would I?
I'm gonna stop it. Yeah, it's inappropriate, real bad.
Okay.
Anyways, we would talk. Yeah. So, do you only use Spotify or do you use Apple Music?
No, I only use Spotify.
Okay. So
wait, do you use both?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
I fucked up because I've always had Apple Music. Well, not always, but like since I've had an iPhone, I've had Apple Music. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I just would buy songs off of it, whatever. But for a while, I've had like the Apple Music subscription. I don't know what just happened there. But
sometimes words are hard.
I've only had Spotify Premium for like a year or two because my sister pays for it.
Oh.
So I'm on hers. She's like a family plan, I guess. I guess you can do that.
So do you still get your own Wrapped though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's
it's
good.
awesome.
Wait, but you still use both?
So a lot of my music is on Apple Music. So a lot of my like high school music is on Apple Music, right? My new era is on Spotify.
Oh.
But it's like a couple random songs will be here and there. So like if my friends send me a song, Ronan has Apple Music. She sends me a song. I'll listen on Apple Music. I'll add it to my playlist on Apple Music. Okay. Kyla sends me a song. She has Spotify.
Okay.
I'll listen to it on Spotify, add it to my Spotify playlist. So it's like...
Are you ever going to commit fully to one?
I don't know, because I saw
Having
something...
both is crazy.
It is really, because it's like, I want to listen to something. I'm listening to something on my Spotify. I'm like, oh, I wish this song was on here. I go over my Apple Music. I'm like, this is just not the same vibe as Spotify. I definitely would pick Spotify.
Wait, there's some songs that you're listening to on Apple that just aren't on Spotify?
It's just some, like, they're on each platform, but it's like sometimes I'll forget to add it to a playlist on either or.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, fuck, like I wish I had this, I don't know, like artist. Like I have so much Mac Miller on my Apple Music, but none on Spotify.
Okay. So you just gotta transfer it.
Yeah, if I had to pick one right now, I would probably, I don't know, because I don't know what I would do. But
I've just always been a Spotify girly, so I don't even know.
I get a Wrapped essentially for Spotify and Apple Music.
Oh, that's
because Apple Music started doing theirs too.
Oh.
So combined, let me do the math real quick. You can pull yours up. How many minutes have you listened to this year?
I have listened to 194,848 minutes.
194,000.
Yeah. Okay, but let me explain. Well, number one, I listen to Brown Noise. That's on my Spotify. Yeah, so it's like 4 to 10 hours, depending on what my night's looking like. Every single night is that Brown Noise on my Spotify. I'm assuming that's counted into this. And then I drive an hour to and from work. And then right now I travel in between patients' homes. Music's on. When I read books, I play Spotify. If I'm just like I never have silence. Like it's never quiet at all. Like when we lived in Greenville, Spotify was always on the TV, whether it was playing just like an ambiance, whether it was playing like music. If Brian and I go on a road trip, my Spotify's on because he got that broke people shit.
He got ads.
He listens to ads, and I'm too. That's the one thing. I don't care if I have Netflix or anything. I'm not taking a Spotify with ads. It's not for me. But so yeah, I have a lot. I never realized that was really a lot until I saw everybody else posting theirs, and they were like 30,000, 50,000. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh. 194,000 is crazy.
I have yet to see anybody top that.
Yeah, I've yet to see anybody top it either. But again, it's sleeping. I drive a lot for work. Brian and I travel a lot, so
I think it's valid though, because
yeah.
it's like, even if you're not sitting there listening to music the whole time, it's still, you're still using noise to occupy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what I view my Spotify as, is I'm using noise to occupy the space in my brain. So
exactly.
Together, so on Spotify, I had 31,489 minutes, and on Apple Music, I had 30,612. So together, I had 62,101.
Nice. You're the most I've seen other than myself. Because most people I see, they're like at 55 or under. Some people post theirs, they're like 12,000. I'm like, what the F do you do with your life?
Yeah. You sit in silence?
You must have a lot
You
more
sit in
friends than I
meetings
do.
on it? Yeah.
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 But
who's your top artist?
my number one artist this year was Taylor Swift.
You think that's valid?
100%, yeah.
I had some conversations with my friends where they were like, I just was thrown off by my top artist, but then they sat back and like sat with it, and they're like, you know what, it's right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's always right.
Yeah.
It's always right.
Um,
Because there's people that I felt like maybe I did listen to more, but you also have to think like, because when I compare my number one artist to some of my number two, her discography, like the amount of music she has compared to the other person that's up there, is so ridiculous. So it would be impossible for me to almost listen to this other girl's music more than Taylor Swift's, just because Taylor Swift has so much more to choose from that I don't realize I'm listening to that much of it, but it's like it's 12, 13, 14 albums worth of stuff.
right.
However many albums
you
she
can get
has.
lit with Taylor Swift. You can sit and
You can be
read a
sad.
book.
You
Yeah.
can read a book. Yep. And
Yeah.
she's on every single book playlist too. So she's
Yeah.
coming up on that too. And she had a new album this year. So
So you think she deserves that top spot?
yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, like one of the playlists, let me give you an example. One of the playlists that I have in my like recently listened, like what shows up in here is Taylor Swift bridges that are dangerous to drive with. And it's just like Taylor Swift songs with really good bridges in them.
Spotify did this new thing this year where it was a AI. Should we explain what Spotify Wrapped is?
Nah, everybody would know, right? Maybe those who don't know, Spotify Wrapped is just like a
So it's a
Summary.
Spotify, the music app, essentially uses AI to analyze all the music you've listened to the entire year, and it just categorizes it for you, right? So it takes the minutes you've listened, the minutes Sammy's listened to Taylor Swift. They're like, oh, Taylor Swift was her. She's listened to her however many minutes. Whatever. And then it gives you just a wrap of everything at the end of the year.
yeah. So who's your number one?
So on Spotify, this threw me off real bad. It was Trippie Redd.
Okay.
I
I don't listen to Trippie Redd.
No, I was like,
Obviously, if
I didn't
nobody
think-
can tell.
I didn't think I was listening to Trippie Redd like that.
Is it somebody that maybe comes on when you're at the gym a lot?
No, so Trippie
Okay.
Redd is this year was very much of a I think as I'm getting older, I'm finding like I want to be almost still with my music. Like I only want my like heart rate to increase when I'm in the gym. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be really listening to rap in the car while I'm driving. I
just edited a video of Gia listening to
I was on my way to the gym.
okay, that counts because
Yeah.
you're like getting
On
geared
the way,
up.
right?
Okay, yeah. I'm with you.
Trippie Redd is very much like I was just a lovesick like lover girl, just like so in my feels. It was just
Okay.
my number one
Wait,
artist.
I love that.
My number one artist on Apple Music was Mac Miller
Okay.
with 1,722 minutes.
Nice. Oh, does it show you that, or that's an Apple thing?
That's an Apple thing, but I think Spotify does it too. Do you have your top song for Spotify?
Yes. My top song this year was "Risk" by Gracie Abrams, who was also my number two artist, and that's who I was talking about. Like, it would be nearly impossible because Gracie Abrams has like 4 albums. So to get her to number 1 over Taylor Swift, who has like 15, would be
But to get her to number 2,
I was putting in time with those like 4 albums.
Yeah.
But yeah, so because Gracie Abrams takes up 3 of my top songs.
Yeah.
Each from different albums, but like for example, Taylor Swift doesn't even have a top song on my top 5 songs because you don't listen to all of her songs on repeat because there's so many songs to like be listening to. Does that make sense? What was your number 1 song?
So my number 1 I was like showed it to my friends and I was like, guys, what the fuck does this say about me? My number 1 song on Spotify was Taking a Walk by Trivia Ed.
Oh, I just
went through my Wrapped again. I listened to it 39 times. I'm gonna play you a little clip from it, and I'll stand behind it. It's just a little embarrassing.
What? I mean, I feel like my Wrapped is probably more embarrassing.
I bet you've
well,
heard this
I don't
before.
even think raps are embarrassing. Like, it's just like what you listen to. Wait, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh,
Are
it's
you
okay. Yeah, whatever. Do you want to go your top 5? List your top 5 artists. Yeah.
Okay, so top 5: number 1, Taylor Swift; number 2, Gracie Abrams; number 3, Sabrina Carpenter; number 4, Fletcher; number 5 shocked me, but I think I was listening to her a lot at the beginning of the year. It was Renee Rapp. Like, I was surprised that Noah Kahan wasn't in my top 5.
I do think you had like a big Noah Kahan kick. I think you and Brian.
Yeah, but a lot of his songs, like probably more than 10, are in my Spotify Wrapped playlist. He just didn't beat these guys. But mine's truly just girlhood. Like, this is like I'm just a girl with this top 5.
Yeah. I'm gonna read you both Apple Music and Spotify. So Spotify top 5 was Trippie Redd, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Mac Miller, and SZA.
Wait, Kendrick Lamar and Drake back to back is crazy.
Kendrick being 2
I keep seeing all these people like, because they're like, I don't even listen to Drake, like trying to like because of everything that came from him this year. They're trying to say like,
I can't believe Drake is 3.
Yeah. That is crazy. I don't actually like any of Drake's music, if I'm being super honest.
I really like his old music.
Okay.
So top 5 on Apple Music was Mac Miller, J. Cole, Tyler the Creator, Valid, because when his new album came out, I was just stuck on. Number 4 is Anthony Hamilton. He's that old soul music.
Oh, okay.
And then 5 was SZA. So SZA made the cut twice.
Okay. Shannon really likes J. Cole.
Really?
She's been to his concert before.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, she really likes J. Cole.
You want to do top songs?
Yeah. My this is like one of the first years Ariana Grande's not been like on my top artists. But she made it to the top songs. So my number 1 was Risk by Gracie Abrams. Number 2 is Minor by Gracie Abrams. Number 3 is We Can't Be Friends by Ariana Grande. Number 4 is Run for the Hills by Tate McRae. And number 5 is Mean It by Gracie Abrams.
Jada really loves Tate McRae.
Yeah, I love Tate McRae too. She's like, I feel like some honorable mentions for me are probably like Noah Kahan, Mac Miller, Tate McRae, but they just didn't make the cut for just 5 this year. What were your 5 songs?
Taking a Walk, Ed, and Eddie. Get It Sexy was number 3.
That's crazy.
4 was 6 Foot, 7 Foot. I'm pretty sure Wayne sings that. And then 6'5" Heartbeats. I think that's that might be Jid. I think
it doesn't tell you who it is?
Not by the screenshot I took.
Oh. That's funny.
Apple Music top 5 was Lady Fingers by Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. I played that 31 times. So my top song on Spotify was 39 times. So this was real close. Man. Small Worlds was number 2. A Sunday Kind of Love by Etta James. Beautiful. Can't Take My Eyes Off You by Lauryn Hill. And then Doo Wop by Lauryn Hill. So
that's nice. You have variety.
I do, real bad. But it's all like mainstream. That's what I That's what I took from my rap this year was I thought like I had a cool low music taste, but it's all everybody knows those people.
Yeah, but like who really, I don't know. I'll never care about like cuz okay, so Gracie Abrams, for example, like her last 3 albums, she would have been considered like more of a smaller artist, whatever. People didn't know about her, but this year she like blew up. And people are like, no, like, rah. But you can't get to any of her concerts because they're a venue of 500 people, and so you can't get in. So now that she's bigger, you could actually get to one of her concerts. So like, I don't know. I'm okay with like people being mainstream. I just don't like. And maybe that's a part of my frontal lobe too. Like, I just don't care. Like, because I feel like if I like music, I want other people to like it and be able to talk about it.
Yeah. I kind of wish I would have went to the Montel Fish concert just because I know the venue would have been beautiful, but I don't know. I just was
his music too is really good for book playlists. Like that's where I first ever heard him was like in the background while I was reading, and then I just like put on his album instead of that playlist because very like
right. Sammy just like the little flowy.
Yeah, rocking my head. What about your podcast? Do you have a top 5 podcast?
Yeah, I did. Let me go back to him.
Did we make it?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
4,111 minutes listening to podcasts this year.
4,111 minutes.
Yeah.
Nice. Mine was only like 161 or something.
Wow.
But
wait, 161,000?
Yeah.
Minutes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what was yours?
4,000.
Oh.
You thought it was 411?
411,000.
Yeah, no, mine was 4,000.
I was like, wait, is that many minutes in a year? I don't know.
I don't know either. That's a good question.
Okay. What was your top 5?
I just kind of got into podcasts this year, though.
Yeah, that's okay.
Top 1, Caller Daddy, which was
Caller Daddy's. This is the first year Caller Daddy's not on my top podcast. But one of my top podcasts on here is not even a podcast I listen to. It's one Brian listens to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta bring it back. I didn't.
So actually, Caller Daddy probably would take the place of that one.
Caller Daddy was number 1. Anything Goes with Emma Chamberlain was number 2. A Safe Place. That's what. Lil Yachty hosts that. It's number 3, but he fell off so bad. I'm starting to dislike Yachty.
Oh.
Science Versus is number 4. Pine Cellar Podcast is number 5.
Nice.
Science Versus is so funny. We shouted her out as Woman of the Week. Is Wendy Zuckerman. That's where I get my fun facts.
That's awesome.
I be starting conversations with my mom. Like, I was just listening to a podcast. I'm starting to get tired of myself, like, hearing it. But, I learned about the stats from birth control on there. I learned about stats from like kids our like generation and narcissism rates.
Oh.
Those are the most 2 recent ones. I learned about like they did a collab. Crime Junkie, you know who Crime Junkie is?
Yeah.
Crime Junkie and Science Versus did a collab, and they talked about how a nuclear weapon plant cracked a murder case.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crime Junkies is a fun one. I used to listen to it a lot maybe like 2 years ago. But then I'd start to get freaked out. I was like, I need a break from this. My top 5 is my first one is Bookmarked with Sarah and Des. My second one is Odd Vice. My third one is Zane and Heath Unfiltered.
Do they still do a podcast? I remember a couple years ago watching David Dobrik, and they were starting it.
Yeah. I haven't listened to it in a while, but must have been enough to beat other ones.
I know, like I would have thought my Science Versus took the cake, but
yeah, I know my first 2. But see, I'm thinking back, like I lived in Greenville at the beginning of this year, so like that's how far back the Spotify goes. And I think when I would like clean in Greenville, I would listen to Zane and Heath Unfiltered. But the first 2, like that makes sense for me, like currently. And then number 4 is Part of My Take. I'm not a boy. I do not listen to Part of My Take. And sorry if girls listen to that, but that is not how I identify my girlhood with is Part of My Take. That's because Brian, if we travel, he listens to my Spotify. And then number 5 is Pine Cellar Podcast.
So far to get off broke Spotify.
Right? Like, you have an adult job.
Literally.
Pay for it.
I thought have you listened to your AI podcast, your rap podcast?
No.
I thought it was really cool. It was only like a couple of minutes long. Caught me so off guard.
Wait, that's kind of
Caught me so off guard because my Spotify DJ says my name like Gi.
Oh.
That's why he says my name. So when they came in hot talking about, all right, Gia, who the fuck is in my radio?
Like they know how to say. Oh,
Yeah.
That's creepy.
It definitely was, but they like, I was listening to it like on the way to the gym or something, and they like read out my stat of like the day you listen to the most, like 3,000 minutes or something like that.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking
that's
about?
fun.
They read it off.
Oh,
and
I'll
they were
listen
like,
to mine later.
They're like, what were you doing that day, Gia?
Man, don't talk to me. That's weird.
I was like, what?
Mind your business.
I had to go back and look on my calendar. I was like, bro, what was I doing that day? Because why did I have like 3,000 minutes?
Dude, and it's like all sad songs, and you're like, was I okay?
It was Hilltop or Homecoming. I had that AirPod in. Must have just been taking pictures all day.
Yeah. Do you have screenshotted like how many artists you listened to this year?
I don't know.
Mine says I listened to 875 artists this year.
I think I had like 3,000 or 4,000 different songs. Maybe that one might have been the artist. How many did you have?
Artists 875.
Let me click. Oh my gosh! Sorry guys. April was your bougie football rap season.
Wait, that's crazy.
You were all about artists like Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Sexy Red. 1,293 artists.
Nice. Good stuff. So are you happy with your Spotify Wrapped?
Yeah, I am extremely. It really put like into perspective what I had going on.
Yeah.
What I really like was the playlist that it gave you, because Kyla listens to straight rap, trap music.
Really?
Straight like...
That's never been me.
Bow! Like, bad. And she sent us her playlist of like her top songs and things like it, right? Like... Or even, yeah, all of her top songs. And she was like, in case you guys are feeling aggressive. She sent it in our group chat, and now I got a rap playlist. You know what I mean?
Fun.
Absolutely loved it.
I only listen to that kind of music if, like, okay, whatever, pre-games and stuff. But as at the gym. But
right.
Gym, like, it rotates for me. I'm either like that, EDM, or like punky rock.
Sometimes if I get...
Or like early 2000s, and I'm like...
Yeah. Sometimes if I'm like really, really locked in, like, and I might be a little overstimulated, I'll throw on a podcast in the gym.
I've done that before. Like,
even like
Sydney
on cardio
Burkle's,
days.
Yeah. Oh, well, not for cardio for me.
I mean, it just kind of depends. I'm usually watching something on YouTube for YouTube or Netflix for cardio.
Yes. Yeah.
But if
I
need
gotta watch something.
Yeah.
If I'm on the stair climber or I'm walking on the treadmill, I gotta have some YouTube on.
Agreed. Ever been in the gym where you're like about to pass out, you gotta take the headphones off?
No, never.
Okay.
Never been me.
Yeah, me either.
No, never been me ever. I mean, I've definitely been about to pass out. Like the last F45 Brian and I went to, it was you had to do like 4 laps around the room. So like you went through it one time and you knew, oh, I have to do exactly what we just did 3 more times. But I haven't been eating like I would like if I'm like exercising. Like I know I don't have enough calorie intake to be like exercising right now, and or like in that sort of like
maintaining
intensity.
what you're lifting and exercising.
Yeah, so like I knew I did not have enough in me that morning. Sorry.
I thought it was me. Sammy fake punched me earlier, and I fake like got hit. I was like, bro, I threw one, and she fake got hit. I was like, Sammy, we need to. There's no cameras on us right now. Like, what are we doing?
Just existing.
I was like, there's no way.
But yeah, but we went to do this workout, and it was like a cardio heavy day, and we went through it once, and then we went through it again. When I hit the 3rd lap, I was just like, I'm just gonna move just enough so I don't pass out, because I was like, I'm fighting it.
Yeah.
Like I'm seeing stars right now. So it's like, I'm just gonna move enough, but not like fully stop, because if I fully stop, I'm out.
Right.
I'm like, hit the ground immediately. But if I keep up, I'll also hit the ground. But then he comes over to every single station. He's like, I want you to do this many at this. I want you to do this many. And I'm like, I can't tell him I'm going to pass out because then I'm not giving up and passing out in the middle of this class because that is embarrassing to me. And so like I'm doing everything he's telling to. I can't see anything. I can't see anything.
Oh,
and
no.
then I go, Brian, I'm like I'm gonna pass out. But I made it through the last lap, and then I just sat down, and I was like, holy fuck. But you don't listen to headphones. Like you don't have headphones in at 45. Like if I was gonna pass out in the gym on my own, like I would just like go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. There's been a couple times where I had to like pick up everything, go to the bathroom, put water on my face. I was like, you need to lock the fuck in right now.
Get it
together.
Yeah.
I'm taking deep breaths, like looking around me, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. The worst part is just like the star, like, because for me, like, I'll start to see the stars, and I'm like, oh, this is happening right now.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah.
But normally I take care of my body. It's just been a tough couple months, but I'm back 2025.
I told one of the cooks at work 2 days ago, I was like, I just got low blood sugar, and when I don't eat, like, it's just miserable. They're like, are you diabetic? I was like, I don't think so. He's like, you should really get that checked out. That's serious. I was like, I mean, my whole family got it. Like, nobody, I don't think we're diabetic.
No, just keep some snacks on you. Sugary snacks.
I walked into work immediately bust in the kitchen. I'm staring at the cooks. They're like, what? I said, can I please have a piece of bologna? And they're like, are you okay? My first day back.
What? And you were like, no?
I was like, guys, I didn't eat breakfast, please.
Oh.
And they're like, yeah, it's in there. They're like, that's such a weird request.
I was going to say bologna's a crazy request.
But this is why I requested it, because it's not no Kroger bologna. It's cut from the butcher bologna.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know, like, I really don't be eating bologna. I don't even know if I can, like, picture in my head, like, what does bologna taste or look like?
One time they rolled, like, my manager rolled up a piece of bologna and gave it to me. It changed my life.
Oh.
I just was like, this is good. But it was that specific bologna. Like, you really won't catch me at home eating straight bologna out the fridge. It got to be on bread, because
I've never even bought bologna before.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it because they say it throws them off, because bologna is just all the leftover meat just put together.
Oh,
that's why people don't eat it.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like slimy too. It's kind of gross.
Oh.
Yeah, just got to get it on a good day.
Oh.
Yeah. But like the bologna at the bridge, because it's a restaurant, they get it from like a butcher. It's good.
Oh, well, I think, I went this long.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
You're probably good without it.
I'm not a big lunch meat gal, though, unless it's Gia's turkey sandwich or, like, Italian meats, like salami, pepperoni.
I'm happy you guys give me credit for that turkey sandwich.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that it was yours because I've only ever had your mom make it for me until then. I think one day you were like, it's mine.
Yeah, because...
And now we give credit where it's due.
Now
I put onions in all my sandwiches.
So good.
So good.
Yeah. Wesley put me onto that. It's real unfortunate because that's what I was eating as meals, because West Liberty University got caught twice with food poisoning cases. So
that's a problem.
Yeah.
Hey, should we talk about that Luigi guy real quick too?
Let's talk about him.
I forget what his last name is.
Mangione or something. He's real Italian.
Yeah.
Real Italian. I'll look him up real quick.
Crazy. So Luigi is the one who is, I don't think it's confirmed yet. Like it's going to trial, right?
Yeah.
But he's the one who's currently under arrest for unaliving the CEO of United Healthcare. And it is crazy. I mean, it's taken over everything.
And it's valid that it's crazy, because the way that he, like, it's not just, I saw him, bam, like, I was mad. He said, like, this is premeditated. If it's him for real, like, he thought about this. And
I saw that he was caught just, like, going to McDonald's to get, like, a McChicken or something, and, like, the shit was just, like, in the passenger seat. So is that factual?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well, everything I've seen mentions that too.
Okay.
So, essentially what happened was like, they think it's premeditated because they found his backpack, and in his backpack, was like fake Monopoly money, and like these wrappers of a granola bar that they traced him back to this Starbucks where like he was caught on camera. And then it was also like something that had these like three, let's say, I don't think this is it, but let's say it's 3Ds, right? And the 3Ds were kind of like a mention to this like book that was written in the healthcare system that was like, it was kind of like an ode to it.
Oh.
So it was like kind of like making fun of him, Sammy's toes. Yeah, everything everybody's talking about saying is premeditated, and they were like, how, like he had to choose to get caught, because how are you gonna spend all this time like figuring out how you're gonna kill this guy, like putting the shit in your backpack to make it look like it was premeditated, and then just get caught at McDonald's with the shit on you.
Yeah.
Like I think it was days later too.
Yeah.
Like why would you be walking around with the murder weapon and something else? Like,
yeah, that's crazy. Like some people are saying it's not really him.
Yeah,
like conspiracies are flying.
Yeah. They say like this Luigi guy was hired to take the fall for whoever did it.
Yeah.
You
think he's taking the fall? I don't know either.
I don't know.
I saw though that he, I guess, had some pretty serious back surgery, and like his pain wasn't being managed appropriately, and the bills were crazy, and United Healthcare like denied a bunch of stuff. Which it is definitely crazy that insurance kind of dictates how you can practice. Like you can do your best to do like, and I can't speak for that. I can only speak for psychiatry, but like there can be a medicine that I really, really want somebody to be on, because I think it's, as a provider with my education, I think it's the best, most suitable option for them. And then insurance won't cover it, which is disgusting and a problem, and I don't really know how it gets fixed, but it is certainly an issue. Like you didn't choose to like have schizophrenia, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like you didn't choose to be depressed. Nobody chooses that. Like you didn't choose to break your back and have a surgery. Like you didn't choose to get cancer.
It's crazy. We got the tools to help you, right? And then you can't.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know if it's like the police are trying to say this or it's just like the news, because while this was happening, I would wake up in the morning while I'm getting ready, I would listen to the news, and they were trying to say like they're trying to attribute Luigi to, they're trying to say that he's encouraging other people to do this. Like the way that he carried it out was saying, okay, if I can do this to United Healthcare, you guys should do it to the other healthcare, because this is how they fucked me up. They definitely fucked y'all up. So, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And I saw, maybe it was in New York or something, people are putting up like wanted signs for different CEOs with their pictures, like for different health insurance companies, which is so scary.
yeah.
Imagine but shame on you. I mean, honestly, shame on those CEOs, but also shame on the people. Like, it's not, I'm not encouraging violence.
TikTok is split so 50-50 because there's people posting these videos like, Luigi's family, like, is a picture of him with his family, and they're deep, right? Like an average Italian family. They're like, this man had all these siblings, all these cousins, all these aunties and uncles, whatever. Nobody knew where he was. Are you telling me nobody knew where this man was? Nobody snitched. And they're like, obviously.
Well, I mean, that's family.
Right.
I'm sorry, but if family does something, and off the record, if family does something, I didn't see it.
But then the people in the comments are like, this man took up another man's life, and you guys are sitting here like supporting him.
Yeah, no, like you're not. None of us has the decision. It is in none of our rights and capabilities to decide who gets to and who does not get to exist. But also that goes the same for insurances, right? Like why then do you get to choose who does and does not get to exist? Like who gets a surgery covered, you know? So it's all
who gets medicated because they were born with schizophrenia or not.
Yeah. It's everything that you can save for it goes towards both people. But again, at the same time, like, obviously, you know, don't murder people. But
back to like,
and people are like, he's hot. I'm like, oh my god,
yeah,
guys, get
crazy.
a grip,
This
like, go. Oh my gosh,
that's like them with the Menendez brothers.
Yeah, like get a grip. Go look at a man at a bar or something. Right. Like, why are you so starved?
Going back to the New Yorkers posting those wanted signs. If the purge were to occur anywhere, I would put money on New York or like Chicago.
Like, what do you mean? Wait,
if the purge were to like occur, if it were to start anywhere, New York got to be top 5 picks.
Oh, okay. Like, you think they'd be most likely, or you want it to happen there?
Most likely.
Okay. Like, I was like, wait, wanting it there is kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
Who do you know there? Yeah, no, definitely New York, or probably like Florida. Would be.
I don't know
excited.
about Florida, just because I think Florida would be excited, but I think Florida has a lot of.
But they
rednecks.
would rather, they would probably would rather go to New York first there.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Also,
Florida's also big.
Yeah, Florida's really big.
I think New York is just so compact.
I would be so scared, dude. If there was actually a purge here, I gotta go. That's where my vacation's happening.
I low-key think we're in a good spot being in West Virginia.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it's a bunch of rednecks who like understand the mind your business part, but I think it's like, I don't know, there's woods right behind us, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, like, I would feel safe like in a home with your dad and Trace.
I agree.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm not staying in my home just with me and Brian over there. Like, we're gonna go stay with them.
My cousin, I remember being a kid, and my cousin was in the woods, Emilio was in the woods building his own treehouse, laying like bear traps.
That's crazy.
Right? And he wouldn't let anybody come see it because he's like, guys, I'm sorry, but like I'm telling you, there's bear traps that I've buried that you will get fucked up by. Like, I'm telling you, like, no, I'm not taking y'all out there. Because me and Ronan were probably like 12 years old, right? We're little kids. We'd be running all over the place, like, where is it? We'd get our whole hand snapped off.
Oh my god.
But he's building it from wood. Like, he would come back with these huge, like, sticks and fucking tree, like the whole tree.
So he's just like a man.
Yeah, he's been a man.
Yeah, like, he would be good. He'd be fine on Survivor, or if like the Hunger Games, or he would survive.
Sammy, I'm about to pee my pants.
Do we have any Woman of the Week?
Do you have an idea?
Nope.
Okay, we can do Faye Webster.
Okay,
have
absolutely.
we talked about her? I don't think so.
Oh, like as Woman of the Week, you mean?
Yeah.
No,
Okay. Let me see if I can find a good.
We've brought her up before though, because you played her songs.
Yeah.
I wonder if we did make her Woman of the Week.
I don't know.
She could be Woman of the Week again.
Faye Webster is an artist. She sings. She's one of my favorite singers ever. I got put on to her by a boy, surprisingly. Faye Webster is like very instrumental almost. She's very vocal. Her music blends indie rock and country. And it's about everyday life and her inner thoughts. She's an American singer-songwriter from Atlanta, Georgia. I went and saw her in concert in Pittsburgh.
I know. I'm trying to find which vlog that would be.
I don't know, but it was awesome. It was beautiful. Like, it was her new album came out. I have like 5 vinyls, and she's one of them. Underdressed at the Symphony.
Okay. I think that's our 4th vlog.
It was awesome. That was like my second concert ever. It was packed. It was so cool to see her. Me and Ronan left because we were like, we're hungry. It's late. We need to leave. Like, there's probably like 3 songs left max, right? So we're walking out, and my favorite song ever came on by her, and I literally dropped to my knees.
It's in the vlog.
Yeah.
4th vlog if you guys want to go see it. It's a day in the life.
Shout out Faye Webster. We love you so much.
Yeah.
Woman of the Week. She's great. She's just popping her shit as a woman.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap up. Sammy, if you want to sit here and talk to them, you can. I'm about to pee my pants. So I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll probably have one more, at least, podcast come out this year. We're gonna set some goals.
Yeah. Thanks for watching or listening. Q just tooted.
Ew.
Oh my goodness, my ears. Look at it sticking out. that camera just turned off completely.
Perfect. Nice.
Thank God we got this shit to work. I would have been sick.